Tomorrow I'm going to be making a Michael Jackson costume for my brother James. So I'm here at the Walmart and I'm going to go in and I'm going to go see if I can find a red hoodie, maybe some red fabric, maybe a red zipper, maybe some accessories or whatnot. And I just looked at my reflection and realized that my hair is really crazy in the viewfinder. Okay, whatever. Here we go. So I thought for a moment about doing satin for his jacket because it looks more like leather, but that was dumb because satin would never work with a 10-year-old boy. So instead I just did this jersey fabric, which is stretchable. It's bi-directional stretch. So, and then also this black fabric because it was cheap. This is a song that I was listening to while I was sewing, and it sounds a little bit like the cadence of the sewing machine. I don't know, I'm crazy. So, yeah, just more sewing videos of me sewing the collar part. The collar part was really one of the most complex parts. I've never done anything like this before, never to this quite level. I mean, with a pattern, yes, but this time I didn't use a pattern, I just kind of winged it. So yeah, here's me threading the sewing machine. I went back and forth between thread colors. That was one of my early mistakes with sewing, was that I never changed thread colors despite the color of the fabric. But I went back and forth between red and black a bunch of times during this process. And there's me cutting the strips of black even thinner, and now I'm going to pin them to the front of the lapel, I don't know what it's called, and then sew it on along all the edges in a way that'll make it stick out. And I'm going over the top too, so that it'll look nicer and it'll lay flat, and so that the edges will stick up, kind of like Michael Jackson's does in Thriller. By the way, I probably should explain why my brother wants a Thriller jacket to begin with. And oh, there's me showing you. Originally I had voice audio in this part because I was explaining how that this part's done, but in the back I'm gonna have to actually sew across this down here at the very bottom. Give it a second. Right there, I'm gonna have to sew across it to finish it off and then cut it. But anyway, my brother's project is that a wax museum at his school, everybody had to pick a famous person, and he picked Michael Jackson because you're supposed to pick somebody who looked a little bit like you, so he chose Michael Jackson. And yeah, so now I'm already on the sleeves. The sleeves are complicated because I made them up. I had never seen sleeves like this before, so I kind of just eyeballed it and figured out what I thought the sleeves would need. Then I just pinned them in like normal sleeves, and it worked for some reason. So yeah, that's good. Yeah. But that's the problem with eyeballing stuff, is sometimes you get stuff really wrong. And then this is the front piece, the part that snaps over across the top. And then I'm making the band for the bottom, because the band is two different colors. So I'm sewing two colors together, flipping it inside out, and then sewing it flat down the middle with black. And then sewing it across the bottom so that it'll be done. Yeah. So a trick that I learned with the zipper is to sew the seams together, then seam rip it. And then all I have left is the collar. This is the collar pinned right, and I'm going to sew it. There's the collar. Now all I have to do is these snaps, and there's a whole bunch of them. I think I have 8 snaps to sew on, which means I have 16 pieces to sew on, and I'm going to sew on them while I'm watching Agent Cody Banks. Don't know, yeah. No, I'm just recording it. You guys remember this movie? Don't mind that. Give me a second. There's a mattress in the corner. Just aim up, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna be watching Agent Cody Banks, and don't mind the mattress in the corner while I sew snaps on to. I've already got 2 and the movie hasn't even started yet, so that's pretty good. Do something. Walk towards Mom.
And Bumblebee couldn't talk still. He had the radio voice.
There you go.
He had
Alright, let's see the back of it.
And
there you go.
Walking away,
perfect.
Like, baby, come back. And